Hey, what's up? My name's Christopher Chaos, and this is the return of my iPhone show. So for this return episode, I thought I'd just do kind of a rundown of what kind of apps I've got on my iPhone 6S. So let's check them out. All right, so let's run through some of the apps that I've got on my iPhone 6S. I've got about 2 pages worth of stuff. Some of the stuff is kind of tucked away inside some folders, so it kind of organizes it a little bit better than having them all over the place. So starting with the very first screen, I have at the top kind of just a folder that's got a lot of home security stuff. I've got the Nest for the Nest thermostat, the Ring doorbell, and then my ADT Pulse app. Next to that, I've got the Lexus Inform app that just syncs up with my car so that I can use Pandora, use some navigation stuff, and a couple other tools that kind of sync up with my Lexus. I do prefer to use Google Maps rather than Apple Maps, so I do have that there. Then there's some basics that come with pretty much every iPhone. You have the wallet, the calculator, the reminders, the contacts, email, which I got a lot of junk mail that I need to clear out of there, calendars, clock, FaceTime settings. Then we got a management kind of thing. These are just some basic ones, some banking, some credit cards, some analytics, and some Verizon stuff in there. We got the compass, photos, app store. Then we have this news folder here that's got some stock ones that come with the iPhone, plus the Bleacher Report that I use to check out some MMA news. Alien Blue is a Reddit kind of app. News comes with the iPhone, and then a daily Craigslist one that I like to check out sometimes, some of the free deals or looking for something to buy. I have a music folder here that's got some of the basic ones for iPhone, plus Amazon Prime Music app, Stitcher, which is podcasts, the podcast one from iTunes, Pandora, and then Spotify. I mostly use Pandora though, and then occasionally Amazon Music. We then have some Pebble Watch apps. It's got some GPS ones. Photo Watch, which allows me to kind of add like a custom faceplate or custom screen for my Pebble Watch with a photo that I have on my iPhone, then the actual standard Pebble Time app itself. I have some shopping ones, Fandango for getting some movie tickets, Open Table, Walmart, Domino's, Starbucks, Amazon, and Lowe's. So then down here I have a photography folder that's got Histomatic, which is a highly recommended photo app that's pretty cool. Take some pretty cool photos with that. Strip Designer makes some cool comics out of the photos you have on your iPhones. That's fun to play with. Canon app that allows me to sync up stuff with my Canon camera to download photos off my camera straight onto my iPhone, even use it as a remote shutter. And then Enlight is also like kind of an editing app that's kind of fun. You can do a little tweaking with some of your photos. The Pix Pro SP60 app is just an app that controls my Kodak 360 camera. I have a Photoshop Express app that just kind of has some basic Photoshop tools and stuff that you can use. Face Swap Live is kind of fun. It just kind of swaps faces with your friends. It's kind of fun, but kind of wears out after a little while. The GoPro app allows me just to control my GoPro Hero 4. Then have a video folder, which has some videos. I have DirecTV, so I can watch my DirecTV shows or live shows that are on. I have a YouTube app. I have a VHS cam, which kind of just makes it to where when you record videos, it makes it look like they are kind of being watched on an old VCR. A remote for a teleprompter that I use with my iPad occasionally. iMovie, HBO Go to stream HBO, and a UFC app to use UFC's Fight Pass. Tucked away in my utilities folder is kind of a lot of the stuff that I barely use, so I just kind of tuck them away in here. I have a speed test occasionally to test the internet speed that where I'm at. Google Translate is kind of just a novelty thing. It's kind of fun to play with. Find My iPhone, Game Center, Find Friends. Genius Scan I highly recommend. If it uses pictures, you can take a picture of like a document to be able to email to yourself, and it looks like it was scanned on a scanner, so it's kind of fun. Some of the basic ones, Safari and Health. I also use Evernote once in a great while, not very often though. I have a Google app. I have Apple Maps tucked away in here. A couple other Apple stock kind of apps tucked away in here as well. GIF keyboard's kind of fun. It just gets tucked away here because you don't actually have to use the app itself, but it makes it to where you can do some cool little GIF photos or GIF little video kind of things inside text messages, and kind of fun to send to friends. I have my Notes app tucked away down here, and then my main bar down here I have Messages, Google Chrome, because I prefer to use that over Safari, phone, and the camera itself. So let's move on to page 2 now. Across the top, I got some of the basic ones a lot of people have: Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Twitter. I also do use Beam, which is an app from Casey Neistat. It's kind of a lot like Snapchat, but I haven't really used it a whole lot. These are some shortcuts to websites that I might do a video on how to do. Just basically kind of goes into Safari for ChristopherChaos.com, and another website that I use that I manage called Local Soundcheck. Periscope is simply an app for live streaming through kind of by Twitter, and you can stream live to some friends and followers and all that kind of stuff. Snapchat I rarely use. I don't really ever use that one. Same with DraftKings. I've used it a couple times, but I don't use it all that often. iTheme and Pimp Your Screen are just apps to kind of find cool backgrounds for your iPhone. So it's kind of fun to change things up, and I usually search through those to find some new backgrounds for my iPhone. Check Please is a app to kind of help you calculate tips. So I kind of use that occasionally. You got Scanner 911, just kind of listens to scanners that are available to stream online, so you can hear police departments and ambulance and fire in your local area if they have it available. Studio app is something for mainly YouTube creators. You can kind of check some of the stats of your videos and everything through there. Layout was something I kind of downloaded, haven't really used. I think it's through Facebook or something. I forget. I think it's for editing photos. I really don't even remember. Games, I don't have very many games because I don't play a whole lot of games on my iPhone, but I got a little Sims game. I have Fallout Shelter, which is kind of fun, and then Minecraft on the iPhone, which is really good and fun, but kind of hard to manipulate on a small screen like this. Alarm Clock is simply just an alarm clock app, so you can kind of utilize it and have it as a kind of a little alarm clock next to the side of your bed and leave it on as long as it's plugged in. Productivity has some kind of the common ones you can get with Apple. You got Numbers, Keynote, Pages, and then also have AdSense tucked away inside there. The VR folder is actually kind of a newer one. It's kind of some VR apps that work with a VR headset like Google Cardboard or something. I recently got a Noon, which you can kind of use these apps with that and kind of do a little VR experience with your iPhone. And I might do a video at some point in time kind of showcasing some of these, and we'll kind of play around with some of those at a time. And then Map My Hike is just kind of an app to map out your route when you're going on a hike through some areas. So that's it. That's all 2 pages of my iPhone. Those are all the apps on my iPhone. All right, so there you go. That's the return episode of my iPhone show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, leave some comments, subscribe, because I will be doing more episodes, some stuff on new apps, some stuff on reviews, all sorts of stuff, anything iPhone. If you are an iPhone user, you should subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. See ya.